bye now. Let's get today started. Because I think the whole country as a collective is in mourning this morning. For all three. Because England played in the finals against Spain in the European Cup last night of football. Now, I'm not usually a big football fan if you're new to the channel, but the idea of England getting this far in a tournament just kind of brings the country together, and it's a bit like the Super Bowl. It's just a family event. But just like the fact that I'm home in the office, England did indeed not bring it home last night at the Euros. Unfortunately, Spain beat them 2-1, and it is what it is. And yeah, so I think for today and maybe for the next few days, the entirety of England is going to be in mourning, I think, of the loss of this cup. But not in this household, because we need to get on and get some work done. Because if you're new to the channel, my name is the Mike James, also known as It's Me, Mickey T. And yes, I do work at Catnip, which is my sister-in-law's business, but this channel is all about documenting my weight loss journey, my journey to becoming a full-time content creator, as I have a gaming YouTube channel, and just generally documenting my married life shenanigans and travels. So it's a bit of everything, really. It's a bit of spice of life content. But as we get to work with shaking the ink, which we have to do every single morning when we get in, I am at Catnip today, and we need to get on with making up the orders to a package to go out to customers. So let's get on the Mac. Nothing like a Mac logo in the morning. In which, a big shout out, by the way, to Creative, who literally just left a comment not long ago on the YouTube channel saying how proud of me they are for being this consistent. And honestly, I am actually proud of myself for being this consistent on the channel since I came back 2 months ago. But the honest, brutal truth is, when you enjoy something, it's just really easy to be consistent. And I have thoroughly enjoyed vlogging and documenting my life because it's just been easy. I've not stressed about the quality or making things, too high production value. I know a lot of people have commented asking for microphones and gimbals and stuff, but doing candid, just hanging out vlog style that you're watching right now and what I've done over the last couple of weeks just makes my brain feel so relaxed, especially considering the fact that my gaming content is extremely stressful. But I need to open Shopify and Etsy and start making a start on printing out these orders, because we are now in our working day and Catherine pays me to do orders and work at Catnip, not vlog to your faces. And for those that aren't aware, summertime generally gets quite slow in this type of online business because people are on holiday, people are just busy. But I've opened the orders today, and this is the most orders I've had on a Monday after a long weekend in quite a while. So it's going to be a busy day. Well, I wasn't lying. There is a lot to get on with today. We've got a lot to make up. Got a few pin banners, some mugs. We're also going to need the tote bag press today as well, because we've got a tote bag to make up. So let's grab some of this stuff and make a start-a-rooney. Because first up, we're going to try and get this pin banner absolutely done. In which, I don't want to toot my own horn, however, that is about the most perfect pin banner that I have ever managed to cut out. Normally it leans over, or I've miscut it slightly so it overlaps on each edge, but that looks like it fits absolutely perfectamundus. And literally I turned around to just have a look at the temperature and the heat press is ready. So let's go ahead, turn the little screw so we know that it's at the right setting, and we can whip this bad boy off, grab the pin banner and put it in. But I need 2 hands for this, and also let's not reflect on the fact that I just said put it in. And the pin banner's in. And just to quickly go back to that previous remark, I really, really hope people click on very quickly at just how quirky and weird that I actually am. Just because I would like to be myself on this channel, and admittedly, I am a bit of a weird fellow. But then again, I make a part-time income pretending to be a dwarf on a video game, building a replica of a world made by Tolkien, aka Lord of the Rings. So if it wasn't apparent by now, I don't know what the hell I could do to convince you guys that I am a weird dude. But We're all weird in our own way. And being weird is what makes us wonderful. And I'm never going to change on that stance. Oh, the pin banner's ready. And whilst we wait for it to cool down under a bit of weight so that it stays flat, I swear to God, if that pin banner has a mark or like dust that's like been pressed into the design because I haven't cleaned it properly, I am going to be fuming, because I swear to God that is the most perfect pin banner I have ever made. And let's press the tote bag. We always got to pre-press it just so it flattens it out so the design can go on as flat as possible. Then we pull out the catalogue of our DTF transfers and flick through until we find the witching for the weekend, which is very hard to do with one hand. Admittedly, catnip is very much a two-handed job. Oh, is that it? Nope, let's have a wonderful day. I'll be back in a second. God, even with two hands, that was a bit of a nightmare. I'm just going to place you down there for a second because I need two hands to do this job. But somebody's just walked past the door and I was thinking, I was just having a bit of a giggle to myself because I was asking, I wonder what time Catherine's going to be in today, because last night she did have a lot to drink. I think we all enjoyed ourselves last night, but Catherine especially enjoyed herself with the amount of wine that I think she drank. So I'd be surprised if she came in at all. And I apologise about the noise. I've lent you up against the tape dispenser and I needed to get some tape off. So, we carry on. And I was putting it off and almost completely forgot. I need to go under the very annoying blinds to get out a pink mug, as we do have a mug to make up. I swear to God. For context, I was very much against putting these blinds up, but Catherine really wanted to hide away all of the cardboard boxes, which I can understand. But again, it's that ongoing war of aesthetics versus functionality in our studio. But pink mug acquired. I also need to get that out. Well, it's time for the moment of truth to peel this off and see if the perfect pin banner really does exist. So I'll put you down there, resting you on top of a blue roll. I think we can get away with that, but I'm not quite sure. As it's looking good, there's not really anything on it apart from a tiny little mark right there. But we have to have a certain level of discretion when doing this, where we have to ask ourselves, is that acceptable and is it noticeable? And arguably, see, this is where the grey area lies in running a business, because to me, the idea is that everything has to be like pristine perfect. And I don't know if that qualifies. I'm going to try and see if I can get it off with a pair of tweezers or a sharp object, because I think it might be salvageable, but generally speaking, I might have to remake that. If Dina or Catherine was in, I'd probably get a second opinion, but they're not in yet, so I kind of have to make this decision myself. So let's see what I can do. And I went ahead and decided that I am going to ship that pin banner. I was humming and hawing for a couple of minutes over it, but at the end of the day, it is a hand-printed product, and with that comes a very, very small discrepancy of the fact that there may be one or two, like, slight, like, I don't want to say misprints, because it's not, like, what it is, but it gives you some leniency. But I do want to stress, if you are watching this and you're kind of like thinking, well, surely you want to do the best possible. Yes, I 100% agree with you. Generally speaking, we want them to be 100% perfect. But you guys may agree with me. You guys might judge me. But for whatever your thoughts and stances are on it, you don't need to comment it. You can have them, keep them to yourselves. But I have decided to ship that pin banner, and if the customer is unhappy, then we will, of course, I will take the blame, and we will rectify the issue, as we always do at Catnip. So I'm just using my initiative and making that decision. Whether it's right, whether it's wrong, who knows? But I wanted to document that, and I think it's important to document that because sometimes this is what has to happen, is I have to look at something and I have to make the decision. I've got nobody else to fall back on. I've not got anybody that can kind of, give me the confirmation that that call was the right call. So sometimes we have to make those calls and we have to roll with it. Well, all the machines are turned off, everything's made up. So now there's nothing left than to just get on and get the orders done, which is admittedly the most plainest part of the day. I was gonna say brain dead, but because it really doesn't require a lot of thinking. But there's not a lot I can document when I'm just packaging orders. I know a lot of you guys do actually like to sit and watch people package orders, but this channel isn't specifically about catnip, and I've explained this before. But this channel is obviously the catnip shenanigans, yes, but it's also just about my week in general. So I'm not going to fill the vlog up, and it has been another hour or so since I recorded the last clip, and it's 12 o'clock. So I'm going to head out to lunch and I'm going to head to Heron, I think. I haven't paid myself yet in a while, so I haven't actually got a lot of money in my own personal bank account. So I'm not going to be splashing out my money on such a fancy lunch today. But let's go ahead. And I am back in the studio with the food that I've already placed down. Now, to preface the previous clip of me talking about money and why I was bringing it up, is because there's a few shops around here that like sandwich shops that do pre-box like salads that you can make up. But the base salad on their own is £4.50. Then if you want to add a little bit of cheese on there and then buy a drink, basically the Fatos that I got in last week's vlog ended up costing me £7 something. I think it was like £7.20 just for a salad and a drink with a bit of extra cheese, which is just absolutely ridiculous. Subway is a little bit cheaper, but still quite expensive. And yes, salads are quite nutritious, especially if you get a bit of protein in there. Then you've got all the vitamins and stuff from the salad, and all the sort of micronutrients and stuff. And then you've got obviously the actual protein. But just for context, all of this that I've bought, so I bought 4 of these like cheap cheese strings, which is going to give me a few vitamins and some calcium. I bought a tub of chicken tikka breast strips, and I bought these skinny bars as like, I'm only going to have one as like a little treat, but it's because it's high in fiber, and I need a little bit more fiber in my life realistically, because I don't feel like I'm getting enough fiber at the moment. So I probably need to up my fruit intake, I think. But other than that, this all cost me £4. Well, if I didn't get the skinny bars, which I don't normally do if you've watched all the other vlogs, then it would only have cost me like £4. Which is, way cheaper than the salad, and it's just gonna fill me up, probably more so than the salad, admittedly, if not the same. Yeah, maybe not as nutritious, arguably, but just from a financial standpoint, it just doesn't make sense to get a salad all the time. And I know that some people are probably sitting at the screen right now screaming, Mike, we'll just make one at home. Well, unfortunately, I need to go shopping as well, so I haven't got the stuff in at home to make it. But I'm going to get on, eat my dinner, and then we can get back to work. Well, that's lunch absolutely devoured. It's 2:49 to almost 3 p.m. And yes, I'm over at Roland, the Roland printer, Ronnie Roland, I think Catherine calls it, because I've ran out of Packaged by Mike stickers, so I need to go ahead and print out some more. But in order to do that, I need to put these media clamps on, which basically just keeps the paper clamped down, like so. And there we go. I should probably go ahead and turn the extractor fan on as well. Whoop. That's going to get very loud. And whilst we wait for that, I'm going to go ahead and turn the packaging post Mac on and start doing some of the posts so we can get on top of that, because that's going to take probably about 5 or 10 minutes to print and cut. Probably closer to 5 actually, it shouldn't take too long. I only set 1 copy, so I don't know if that's just like 1 line, or if that's one, because on the thing it had like about 8 or 9 sheets, so I don't know how much it's going to print, so it'll either take 2 minutes or it'll take 10, but either way we need them for the rest of the week and for the following week. So yeah, just waiting for the Mac to turn on right now. It's a bit of an old one, so it takes a bit of a while. So yeah. Well, it's on to the cutting stage now, but I don't know how well it's actually gonna cut because it might have been a bit of a long roll. This is the problem that I was trying to like insinuate in the last vlog, and somebody actually said you need to give Dean a hug. Dean gets lots of hugs, trust me. But one of the issues is that because of the way the dynamic works in Catnip, Dean has had a lot more time than I have because I've had to do all the orders to play around with the printer. So Dean knows how to use the printer, whereas I only make educated guesses at what each feature does on the printer. So I don't know if I printed that roll too long, because what happens is if you try and print a roll that's too long, as it goes back to cut the further ones, if it like misaligns by a millimeter, over time that alignment's going to become greater and greater, and then eventually you're going to have off-cut stickers. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that those stickers are fine. But turn you off. And there we are. Now, you may notice that there is a few sheets missing, and that's just because, purely out of the fact that because it cuts all the way through, there's probably not enough tabs around the sheets, so they just fall out after the full sheet's been cut. So I've had to like take the sheets out as it's been going. But now that that's done, we can go ahead and lift this up, take out the media clamps and put them on top. Like so. Ow, I just hit my hand. Then we go over to function, down to sheet cut, press enter. Then you have to close the cover for safety reasons, because you don't want to lop your fingers off. And then it should just go slice, slice, slice. Then that should just fall out like that, and all the sheets have fell on the floor. But there we are, so I'll go ahead and get these out, and then that should be the stickers done. So there's the stickers, and I also went ahead and cut up the scrap, because we do put them into scrap packs, a little bit like so. But now I can go ahead and keep one of these sheets out, and put the others in here, which is our little sticker keeping area, although I'm having a bit of trouble, because the paper's cold. Sorry if that camera angle was all over the place. I wasn't really paying attention. But there's 8 orders left. I've still got to do the US post. So I'm going to get on and see if I can get them done. Although realistically, given how fast I can package orders, depending what the last couple are like, might only be able to get about half done. But I'll see you in a jiff. And it's now 10 to 4, and I completely didn't notice the time, and I've still got all these international orders to do. So the truth is, there's still 4 orders outstanding, and I might not even get the post done at this rate, so some of it might have to go out on Wednesday, which is entirely my fault because I just wasn't paying attention to the time. But yeah, so I'm going to put the phone down. I'll see you guys when I'm done, hopefully, as long as I'm still alive. Well, it is currently 2 minutes past 4, so I need to go ahead and shut down this Mac and get the post down. I'm going to have to come back up and turn all the lights off, because I'm going to need more than one hand to do that as well, because it's such a pain. So yeah, let's get these downstairs, and I'll be back upstairs in a second. Well, I've returned back upstairs, and there was a return. So I've emailed the customer, and the time is now 4:15. So I'm going to finish up by hoovering the office and the little bits that I've left lying around on the floor. And then, as you guys may know if you've watched the previous vlogs, we have to walk home because I have nobody available to pick me up and take me home. Plus, I've also been trying to challenge myself to just generally walk home more, to get my steps up, to help with the weight loss journey. So, let's get sucking. Hey up. And there we are, we've done some... Yeah, I'm not even going to finish that sentence, but I need to go to the toilet first, so I'll be back. No, I won't. I'll go home once I've been to the toilet. If you're wondering, by the way, why I don't vlog or document the walk home, or much of the walk home, is because I'm actually now on a quiet stretch, but like 90% of the walk home is literally on a main road. It's like a 30-minute walk home
25 minutes of it is on a main road, so obviously the loud cars and stuff would just mean I'd have to shout, and just gets a bit annoying doing it for a long period. So yeah, but I'm about 5 minutes away from home and it's a quiet stretch now, so I thought I'd include that just for a bit of context. Well, I am home. I am slightly sweaty as it was a brisk walk, and I have actually just had a drink of water and realised that I've spilt some water down me. So yeah, I don't know how long Ashley's going to be home. I'm not going to be doing much more stuff tonight, but I think before I have a shower, I am going to head upstairs and do a little bit of gaming stuff. Just because I haven't uploaded a video on the gaming channel for 2 weeks now. Simply because with the football being on and having all of the kind of work commitments and stuff and just focusing on everything else, I just haven't really had time to do the project that I've been working on to get it together, because the type of project I'm doing is quite a long one, and I thought I'd be able to do it in 2 weeks. And the 2 week mark is tomorrow. And I don't know if I'm going to get the video project done and edited tomorrow, but the problem is I'm not really going to be here on Thursday. So if I don't do a little bit of work today, then... Sorry, I'm really out of breath. But basically, if I don't do any work today, probably won't get done in time for tomorrow. So, yeah, let's get to work on the video stuff. Oh, Jesus. Well, I am sufficiently tired now, but we have just finished up. It's 7 o'clock now, so we probably been going for about 2 hours. Give or take 2 and a bit hours, and we've got some considerable work done where I think I'll be able to finish off recording everything for the video tomorrow and make a start on the edit, but I don't think I'll get the edit done, but I should be able to finish it off on Wednesday between the time that I finish work and the time that we set off, maybe, potentially, but I don't know. But I was watching The Lord of the Rings The Return of the King whilst I was doing that work, because I didn't have to record or do any voiceover stuff. It was literally just playing the actual game and recording for that time lapse that you can see saving there. But now I'm going to head downstairs because I am going to end today here, as it is about 7 p.m. and Ashley has prompted me to look at something, but I am going to go ahead and finish the day here. I've made some beans with some scrambled egg, and Oreo is lounging on there. Not really sure where the hilariousness is in there, but
just the way it's laid.
I always find it adorable how Ashley finds the funny things in the tiny moments. But yeah, so that's it for today, guys. I am going to see you tomorrow. We do have the gym tomorrow, so I will be taking you guys along with me. But we are going to be doing gaming stuff for the most part. But I'll see you guys and we'll talk about it tomorrow. Well, good morning. This is not my idea of how to start a day. I realised when I woke up that Ashley had gone out and taken the car, and I'm supposed to be at the gym in 15 minutes, except it takes me like 20 minutes to walk there, so I'm going to have to ring the PT. However, the PT has now been notified, so we've just got to walk there. It is warm, but it's just so freaking cloudy, and it's been raining, and I'm in shorts, and I feel like a bit of an idiot. I'm walking on a main road, which is, you know, like yesterday I said, I don't normally vlog walking on main roads, but this morning is just not going well. I can only hope the day can only get better from here. Well, I've done my session. Again, I didn't really film anything, I apologise, but it's just been a rough 2 weeks, because I've only been doing 1 session a week, and I normally do 2, just because of commitments and this surprise that I'm going on. But yeah, I'm absolutely knackered. Not mentally, just physically, and my legs feel like jelly. So I'm going to get home. Have a shower, have some lunch and a protein shake. And then I think I've got some gaming content that I really want to try and get done today. Whether or not I will is another question, but we'll try. But yeah, I have actually spent this whole walk home with jelly legs just flopping all over the place. And I am home, and there's a few jobs, there's quite a lot of jobs I need to do realistically, because the house is a mess, but I need to shower. I haven't had a shower this morning and I feel grimy, so yeah, I'll have a shower and then I'll do everything else. Words. Alright, I'll see you in a sec. Grab you. Hey. Now, it has been a few hours since I last recorded anything, as I have been just kind of chilling and vibing pretty much for the afternoon. I have ordered a brand new case and a mag charger for the back of my phone so that I can vlog and keep my phone charged with the holiday that I've got coming up, and the fact that I'm trying to vlog more. My phone battery is dying. But I thought I'd just try on the shirt again that I tried on and got the other day, as I am away at this secret event tomorrow, which I have told you guys about, and I thought I'd just try on this shirt to see how it feels, as it is a little bit tight and my nipples, I hate to say this on camera, but you can actually see the nipples through the top in certain lighting, but it is a slight bit looser than what it was when I tried it on last week, which is okay, but I don't know if I really want to take it, but I think I don't really have much of a choice, to be honest, so probably will go ahead and take this with me tomorrow. But I do also just want to apologise, as I get a bag out of the under the stairs area to put these clothes in, as I'm taking them round to my parents to give away to charity, but unfortunately I haven't actually got any work done today on the gaming channel, and I know for those that watch the gaming stuff and are subscribed to this channel, you might be a little bit disappointed in me, but the truth of the matter is that I'm really tired. I feel like all I've done in these vlogs over the last couple of days is just kind of complain how tired I am. I'm just going to go ahead and put you guys down there. I apologise for any loud noises. There's a lot of stuff that I need to tidy up. But yeah, I've just been a bit tired. I think I'm one of those people that goes to bed at like midnight and then I'll scroll on social media, which, look, I know that there's people in there that in the comments that are probably going to say, look, Mike, you should probably just maybe charge your phone in a different room or do this, do that to avoid that. But honestly, I've tried to change that habit, but I just don't think I am going to change it anytime soon. So I wouldn't even bother trying if I were you. But I think that it's just caught up with me, and I think this trip tomorrow is very well needed, and I am looking forward to it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and leave tonight there. I'm sorry that I haven't got much done today, but hopefully tomorrow I've got half a day at work, and then I'm going to be not ending the vlog, but I am going to be taking a break in this week's vlog to film a second vlog, which should be going out on Thursday afternoon. Well, Thursday evening, because I'll need to edit it after I get home, etc, etc. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking in the mirror. I think I'm going to take this shirt. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It'll be Wednesday, and we'll get some catnip shenanigans done. Actually, before I end today, I tried on this second shirt again that Ashley bought me the other day from the shop, and quite honestly, I actually think I prefer this fit over the white one. I didn't think I liked it originally when I tried it on, but it is still just as tight, don't get me wrong, but I just think it's not as see-through. I just feel like I'm probably a little bit more comfortable in it, but it does need an iron, so I might have to just run this round to my parents tomorrow before we set off to just give it an iron. But yeah, now I will definitely see you tomorrow. Well, good morning. It is now Wednesday, and I am just heading downstairs to go to work, and I am feeling a lot better today than I was yesterday. I finally got to bed at a reasonable time last night. I think it was it a reasonable time that we went to bed?
10:30, I think.
Yeah, but then...
Oh, when we went to sleep?
Yeah.
11:30.
Yeah, 11:30, I'll take it. Better than 2 a.m. So yeah, I'm now just putting my shoes on because we've got some catnip shenanigans to do, but it's a pretty stressful morning because we've got so much to do before we set off for our little secret trip. So, yeah. Let's go to work, shall we? Okay, going to the hub. Floor number 3. I almost did that there. Let's get ready to rumble. As we turn on the lights, and everybody is starting to get annoyed at the clicky click every time I have to turn the lights on. So I am going to make a bigger point of doing it even closer. shaketh the white ink of the large Roland printer. Anticlimactic. And so we get to the point in the morning where we turn on the Mac and we have to check and make up any orders that we've had. Now, we are going to be finishing early today. We're going to be finishing at around about 12. So I don't have a great deal of time to vlog like I normally would. So this is why I'm kind of in a bit of a rush. But I just want to say, like, as the Mac is booting up, that the difference it makes, and I know most of you know this, but the difference it makes as a gamer to actually come off video games a bit earlier and go to bed and just like wind down and just actually go to bed at a reasonable time. My God, I feel magnificent today. I just wish that I could have the mental strength to keep this up every night, but unfortunately I'm addicted to video games in this life now. Well, I have unfortunately been halted slightly as apparently Adobe needs a login and I don't actually know the login information for Catnip for Photoshop, so I might have to skip over. There was just a mouse mat, but I might have to skip over that order until Dean gets in and then ask Dean to print it. Which is a bit of a shame, but it is what it is. Well, there actually only ended up being 2 mouse mats that needed making up, so I'm just going to have to wait for Dean to come in. So I'm going to head over here where I have turned on the packing Mac and I'm going to get to work by doing the orders. So there should only be 12 orders to do and then the 2 mouse mat orders. So it shouldn't take me too long. It should only take me about an hour or so, which to be fair isn't too bad. And I also need to remember to take the little bunny home, which was a gift that we opened. Was it this week? No, it was last week, wasn't it? Still has that weird sweet smell to it. I don't know, it's a bit weird. But I need to remember to take that home so I can put it on my shelf of memorabilia and collectibles and stuff, as it was a gift from Catherine. So, let's go to work. I don't want to say the name just because some people don't want their names on the internet. But shout out to this order because it's going to Scarborough, which is actually about 30-40 minutes away by car from Redcar. I don't know why. We obviously do occasionally get orders that are local and some from people that we know. But I love seeing local people, like local places, coming up on the orders. It just fills you with a good feeling. I don't know, it's nice to see local people repping local businesses, I suppose. And there's the weekly fire alarm test. Hey. Yeah, the building tests the fire alarms at around about 9:30 every Wednesday. And only once have they done an actual fire drill where they did the test at 9:30, but then they left the alarm on. But the problem with that is that everybody kind of like starts peeking their head out the doors and going, like, speaking to all the neighbours they haven't spoken to in about 6 months and being like, is that fire test? Is that fire? Yeah, I think it's fire test. Yeah, I think it's fire test. Yeah. Nah, it can't be, surely. No. It's just, they're just testing. No, right, it's still going on. Right, let's just head downstairs and see what's going on. And you walk downstairs and everybody's just looking side like, I don't know where to bloody go. Literally, that's a true story, by the way. They did a fire test and nobody knew where the fire safety point was in the building. So literally, they had to have the staff like coax everybody like a herd of sheep round the corner to the point where you have to meet when there's a fire. Oh, good times. I remember it well. But yeah, that was about a year ago now. Oh, time flies. Well, Catherine's in so we can get logged in on Photoshop. And I've got the heat press turned on so we can make up the mouse mats. But we're in crunch time now because we want to set off even earlier than I anticipated. So I still need to get a haircut, have a shower, pack my clothes. And
You're not packed yet.
No.
Oh my God.
To be fair, it only takes me about 2 seconds to pack. I've got everything laid out on the table downstairs. Because I bought the whole outfit in there.
For a night, aren't you?
Shut up. Thank you. Also, I won't actually know until I watch this back, but I'm pretty sure when Catherine was talking there, I just cut her off mid-sentence by ending the recording early. So I apologise about that. It wasn't my intention. But I need both hands so we can make up these mouse mats. And, well, there should be a third actually. Why has the third? Why are you not print? Hello, good sir? Did I not print you? Okay, let's print you very quickly. But the mouse mats are done. And it's currently 11:30 and I'm just printing off a resend pin banner that needs making up. But Dean's going to do the post as I am going to shoot and try and get this mop all shaved off before we go to this little trip, aka the surprise, which I'm realising now as I'm like sort of thinking about this, in that this vlog is going to go out on Saturday and the actual surprise I'm going to do as a separate vlog is going out tomorrow night. So you guys are actually going to know where I'm going before you even see this vlog. So yeah, basically it's for the spa hotel that I'm going to. Oh, wrong floor. So yeah, I'm now finished at Catnip, so I'm heading down to go and get this mop lopped off and get it all neatened up for the spa, because it is, I think it's a bit more of like an up-end spa. I haven't actually looked at anything. Catherine tried to show me when we went round for the football, but I wasn't really paying attention, my head wasn't really in it. But so yeah, I want to make sure that I'm looking my best and looking dapper for this adventure ahead. Well, I finally got the hair locked off, as I said I was. And they always brush it over for some reason, but I always tell them to like comb it back, so I'm just gonna have to do that myself once I've got home and had a shower. But I'm currently waiting for Ashley, who's taking her time dealing with the horses and such. So I'll see you in a minute. And we are home. Turn on the shower. Oh, try not to get wet in the process. But yes, the shower is on and it is heating up, and I am currently sat at home about to get ready. Now I am going to go ahead and finish this day right here, which, as you guys know, normally I film right up until the end of the day. However, I'm going to go ahead, finish this vlog and start the next one, because I'm actually going to document this journey of going to this spa hotel separately as an entirely separate memory, so that we can look back on it. And I want to document this as one process. And what I didn't want is, I didn't want to do like the whole weekly vlog and include that stuff where we'd end up with like a 2-3 hour long vlog. I just thought it'd be a nice way to break it up. So with that being said, let's get in the shower. But I'll see you guys probably tomorrow afternoon on this vlog. If not, it'll be Friday morning when I start filming the content for this vlog again. But let's get ready to go on our adventure. Well, that vlog is uploading of us visiting the Harrogate Hilton Hotel, and it was a 4-star hotel, and you guys will have most likely seen this, or if you haven't, go and watch that. But we now can pick up where we left off for our weekly vlogs, because as that is uploading, I need to go ahead and go and get unpacked, because, well, I kind of walked in, started editing that video, uploaded it, and nothing's been done since we got home. So, let's go get unpacked. Actually, I've decided before I actually go ahead and get unpacked, one thing I did need to do was put all this recycle bin. I was supposed to do it before I went away, but I just I went to pick up the box and it all just fell out. So I need to get the recycle open and get it all in there. And that's done. It still looks like a bit of a tip out there, but it'll do. I'm basically gonna be saving up and putting quite a bit of money down to get the whole garden and that side bit re-landscaped anyway, so there's no point me trying to like do anything to it when I'm just going to be putting some money down. It's just I don't know when, because well, nobody needs to be preached to the state of the current economy. So let's go ahead and just lock the door again, just in case I head back upstairs. Now let's get unpacked. And I completely forgot, but there was a bunch of clothes that I still needed to be put away on the shelf as well. So, in which I do want to point out, by the way, that a family member built these shelves, and I do actually need a joiner to come out and rebuild them. But I need to use a thicker wood, because this wood is actually bending under the weight of the clothes, and especially Ashley's, who has been on a bit of a binge recently on buying clothes. Are you alright, buddy? Do you just want to say hello to the cameras? Is that it? Hello there, yeah, he's missed us. We've been away for the night, as you guys may have seen. I think we broke the cat. Oh, no, he's fine. But the first thing I have to unpack is the charger, because my phone is literally about to die. And that actually reminds me, I do actually have a new case coming for the phone and what's called like a MagSafe battery pack or a MagSafe charger. It's basically iPhones and modern phones all have like a magnet on the back so you can wirelessly charge them. And companies have now started doing battery packs which basically use that magnet to stick to the back of your phone. And they typically provide anywhere from about a half battery to about 3/4 of a battery, but it just helps extend the battery life of your phone by a couple of hours. So I've ordered one to see what they're like, and I bought it with my own money just in case anybody thinks that I'm being all bougie with my gifts and things. I don't think the vlogs are quite that level of anybody gifting me anything yet, but I'm looking forward to reviewing it either way. Well, it's been a few hours since I last recorded, and the actual hotel vlog is now live, so you can go and watch that if you haven't already. And it's, yeah, I enjoyed putting that vlog together. It was nice. I know I've literally only just got back today, but it was nice kind of just looking back on what's exactly happened over the last 24 hours. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave today there. Now, I don't actually have anything in for tea, particularly, as if I show you the fridge, it is looking quite bare, and don't know what happened there. I accidentally closed my camera up and it's not recording. But yeah, the fridge is looking quite bare. We've got no veg in, we've got nothing in, apart from lots of drinks and protein stuff for Ashley. And so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. I'm probably gonna order a chicken kebab for tea. It's literally, I don't know how many calories are actually in a chicken kebab, but it's literally just chicken and salad, so there's not really anything in it that could potentially be too many. But I'm not looking forward to the weigh day tomorrow, because I feel like I'm going to have gained weight or like maintained again just because I've had a night away, which I know I shouldn't beat myself up about. But with me going on holiday in September, I really wanted to like really knuckle down and have like a really good weight loss week. But I'll see you guys in the morning for the weigh-in. Well, good morning. It is Friday, so we can go ahead and get the last day of the week with the catnip shenanigans over and done. Well, I say over and done with. We can get on with it. Now, unfortunately, it's not going to be a full day at Catnip because one, Catherine forgot to post a studio vlog, and two, the orders have just slowed down at the back end of this week for whatever reason we don't know. So there's really not a lot to do at work, and Dean and Catherine are away in London, so all the stuff which I'd normally do to fill the time, I can't do. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I might come home and do some gaming content, but as you may be able to maybe tell in the background, the sun is beaming because today it's going to get to 25 degrees. Now, I didn't tell you guys yesterday that we had actually sold 2 saddles that are both going to, one's to Scotland and one's to somewhere in the UK. And we packaged them up last night, so I need to get these saddles outside for the collection. I'm just taking the second saddle box down the stairs right now. And it's funny because we have like a box outside that a lot of you guys will have seen if you've watched the previous vlogs, which is our like drop off and collection point for our saddle business. And Ashley put a load of her horsey stuff in there yesterday, and as I'm taking this saddle down, I can see her through the window. She's just like rushing to move all of the stuff so that we can put the saddles in there, because she knows that I'll tell her off for filling it up with the horsey stuff. Oi! Oh god, Oreo just got out. Well, the saddles are now in the bin, and we are being dropped off. It seems a shame to even be working inside on such a beautiful day, but let's get in the office, because I'm sure some of you are sort of asking, Mike, it's Friday, you normally weigh yourself and talk about it, what's going on? Well, it's not good news, I'm afraid, so let's get in the office and I'll talk about it. Oh, we are back. But the first thing I'm doing before I even turn on the lights this time is opening the sky windows, and I need to remember to close them. In fact, I might even write a sign and put it across the door saying close sky windows, because I did leave them open on Monday apparently. So yeah, Dean gave me a bit of a telling off about that. And that's them done. Give the inks a good old shake, although that literally feels like there's nothing in there at this point. So these will probably need replacing pretty soon, but I don't know if we've actually got any replacements anywhere. So I'm going to leave this to Dean to sort out when he gets back on Monday, I think. But before we get on with the working day at Catnip, I do have to just go on a bit of a ramble. So I apologise if I talk too much. It has been known, but I want to be as concise and try and convey my point as best as I can to you guys. But the truth of the hard matter is that I gained £5 this week on my weight loss journey. And yes, it was a shock. I don't feel great about it. But I do have to preface this by saying that this week just generally has been a week of just eating crap non-stop. And like, I don't normally drink alcohol, but on Wednesday night I had a bottle of wine, a bottle and a half between me and Catherine. I also had a few more alcoholic shots and alcoholic beverages, and then obviously there was all the food that we consumed. And then if you think, since last Friday we had the England final against Spain on Sunday, where there was pizza and snacks and chocolate, and I just ate way too much then, and I just generally just wasn't like thinking about my diet very well this week. But life is about enjoying yourself, right? And I don't want to beat myself up about it. But I do want to say that there is the caveat that some people say that, like, obviously, yes, you can gain water weight. And if you weigh yourself, like, maybe a couple of hours later or a day later, you'll find that your weight's probably come all the way back down. And that might be the case. And it probably is the case. But the reason why I don't weigh myself every single day is because I hyper-focus on things. So if I was weighing myself every day, then I'd just get too consumed by the whole weight loss thing. Like, it literally, I wouldn't be able to think or focus on everything else, which requires my train of thought. Like, at the moment, my gaming channel, I haven't uploaded in over 2 weeks, and I really need to get that video done and uploaded by tomorrow night. And if I was just concentrating on the weight loss purely, weighing myself every day, then I'd be too consumed in trying to exercise and stuff every single day, and it's just not what my life is about at the moment. I just want to weigh myself at the same time every single week for that consistency, which is every Friday at 9 a.m, and that will give me a consistent weekly result. And sometimes, like one other week, I've had like a 2-ounce gain, so barely even half a pound. But unfortunately this week we gained £5. But we keep on chugging because we've got work to get on with. Just been to collect a pin banner that we've made up for an order, because we need to send that off today. Well, we're heading to the lift as a surprise guest has arrived. Yep, Ashley's come in as, well, she's just gone to the toilet actually, but shut up, Egbert, I'll kill you. However, yes, basically, as I'm only doing half a day and I'll be finished in about 10-15 minutes, Ashley's come in so that we can just finish up, as we are going to go shopping to get a few bits for, well, food-wise, we're going to do a food shop. So we need to get that done. And she's just going to give me a hand getting everything wrapped up in the office. And we also need to talk about something that we're getting done next weekend, which I will reveal after we've had it done. I'm hiding the address because Catherine doesn't like it showing on cameras, even though it's public information anyway, but I've had to bring some posts up. But now we can go ahead and go food shopping. I keep going to say clothes shopping. I don't need clothes.
Ooh, we can go clothes
No.
Ooh.
Food. Well, it's been a few hours since I actually last recorded the last clip. However, I have actually got some stuff done in that time. I actually did some gaming content progress, and we actually have made considerable progress in getting the next video out, as it has been 2 weeks, as I've mentioned a few times in this vlog. And as you might be able to tell behind me, I have actually indeed gone ahead and cut the grass in the garden, as well as somewhat tidied the kitchen, although we're just messy people in general. And I've got to say that today actually has been 25 degrees all day, and it has been an absolute lovely day, and it's been really warm. But I actually haven't been too bad whilst I've been editing the content. Yes, I've been a bit hot and sweaty, but that's a given, but nothing like it used to be. And I think it's just because the more weight I lose, the less I'm affected by these sort of heat waves. Obviously, it's always going to be a warm day. I'm not saying like a few more pounds and I'll be impervious to heat and walk through lava. Obviously, I'm not saying that. But that has basically got us to this point where it's now 6:30 in the evening on Friday, which you know what that means, that if you've watched any of the previous vlogs, it is actually time to go ahead and end the video for the week. And I haven't really got anything planned over the weekend other than taking a bit of time off after I've gone ahead and got this gaming video actually completed. So thank you for tuning in to the week's progress. Unfortunately, yes, I'll admit we haven't had any weight loss this week. In fact, the weight gain was a big shock to the system, and it did, for a short period, sort of make me a little bit anxious about the future. But I've actually had time to reflect on it, and I know by this time next week we'll have had a good week. We'll have been to the gym hopefully 3 times. I'll have walked home from work. We'll have either got back down to the weight that we were, or we might even be lower, you know, fingers crossed, although that's quite a bit of a jump. But whether we are or we're not, we've still made progress from the very beginning of our journey, and we haven't gained it all back, so I cannot be too mad with myself, and I'm going to try and not beat myself up about it. But I just want to say thank you for joining me. Sorry that I do ramble on a bit. Unfortunately, that's never going to change. It's just the type of person I am. I get shouted at by all my friends for rambling. But I've been Mike James, also known as It's Me, Mickey T. And I'll see you guys in the next vlog next week. Thank you for watching, guys. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.